Hello my dear students, welcome to CMS online classes. In today's video, we are going to introduce writing section of our English grammar for the students of standard 9. So in this video, we are going to understand letter writing, types of letter writing, and mainly we will focus on the process of learning informal letters. The process of learning how to write informal letters in correct format, because informal letters, to write informal letters is also a very important portion to be covered in our grammar section, mainly for the students of standard 9. So in today's class, along with the definition of letter writing and the types of letter writing and understanding the points regarding the differences between informal letters and formal letters, we are going to understand all these things in today's class, and mostly we will focus on the process of writing informal letters in correct format. So students, you need to be very attentive while I am explaining the topic. So at first, we will start our discussion with the illustration of the topic letter writing by its definition. What is letter writing? See, letter writing is a medium of expressing our thoughts, feelings, ideas to someone in the form of writing. Through writing to someone, that someone may be anyone. Okay, so to that anyone, if we try to convince ourselves, our thoughts, our ideas, our feelings by expressing them in the form of writing, then it is called a letter writing. Okay, so letters can be written to anyone to make them understand about our feelings, about our ideas, and about our purpose, that for what purpose we are writing such letters. That means every letter writing has its own purpose. Okay, has its own function. So at first we have to understand the type of letter writing. That letter writing can be can be classified into two kinds. One is formal letters and another is informal letters. Now what are formal letters and what are informal letters? See, formal letters are those letters which are written for business purposes or professional purposes. Okay, for business contact, professional contacts and purposes, etc. So formal letters are the letters written for business or professional purposes. Understood? On the other hand, we have informal letters. What are informal letters? See, informal letters are the friendly letters or personal letters written to our friends or relatives, and the main purpose of writing informal letters is for personal communication in a casual tone. Understood? In a casual way of writing. Now, see, we are going to discuss about the differences between formal and informal letters. See here, formal letters, whenever we write formal letters should be concise. Concise means it should not be too long, it should be very specific in size. Okay, and it should be relevant to the topic, relevant to the idea, okay, relevant to the purpose why you are writing. It should not go beyond purpose. Okay, it should be relevant to the topic of the letter, that means objective of the letter why we are writing that particular formal letters. Understood? Now, that means formal letters should be short, concise means should be short and compact. Okay, and whereas on the other hand we have informal letters, and informal letters should be lengthier, because we know that informal letters are the friendly letters we write to our family members, friends, relatives. Okay, so these can be informal letters can be lengthier and they are casual and emotional in their tones. Okay, whereas we have learned that formal letters should be short and concise. Okay, whereas informal letters should be can be lengthier and casual or emotional in their tone of writing. In this again another point of differences between formal letters and informal letters, that are formal letters should be written for specific purpose and reason. Whenever we write formal letters, whether we are writing that formal letter for business purposes, for some professional purposes, okay, it should have a specific reason why we are writing such letter. Understood? Whereas informal letters do not need any kind of specific reason. We can write without reason also if we want to write letters to our nearest or dearest one to know something about them, or you want to let, or we want to let them know something about us. So in that case we can write informal letters. Understood? Now see, whenever we write formal letters should use simple words and standard words. Those casual words which we use while writing informal letters should not be used while writing formal letters. Okay, see, simple and standard words to be used in formal letters, but in informal letters we have to we can write in casual and friendly words. Understood? Now, and informal letters are written for conveying messages, news, advice, congratulate recipient. Recipient means the one who receives our letter. If I am receiving my friend's letter, my neighbor's letter, that means I am a recipient. If you are receiving my letter or someone's letter, that means you are a recipient. Okay, so informal letters are written to convey a kind of message, a kind of news, advice, or a kind of congratulation message to the recipient. Understood? So these all were the differences between formal letters and informal letters. See, another difference is formal letters has a specific format of writing them, whereas informal letters has no such specific format to be written in. Okay, since we follow some format of writing informal letters also, but we can write informal letters in so many ways. Okay, since we have come to class 9, since we have come to class 8, there should be some standard that while writing informal letters also we need to write in a particular format. Okay, but when we learn to write informal letters when we were in junior classes, we just write in a casual way. We just need to learn how to express ourselves in a better way. Okay, so and now we have understood the differences between formal letters and informal letters. See, today we will learn the process of writing informal letters, but before moving ahead, there is another type of letter writing again we have, that is apology letter. Apology letters. Okay, these apology letters can be both formal and informal. Formal apology letters or informal apology letters. Okay, because if you write an apology letter for the business and professional purposes, that is formal apology letter. Okay, but if you write apology letter to your friends, to your parents, to your neighbors, whenever you do some mistake, some error, and you want to apologize, you want to ask for forgiveness, in that case, whatever informal letter you write to apologize, to realize your mistake, that is informal apology letter. So, I hope you have understood about apology letter. This is also a kind of letter, but it can be both formal and informal in nature. Understood? So now students, let us discuss about the format of writing informal letters and its marking scheme. So whenever you write a formal letter, you need to follow this format of writing informal letters. See, that means whenever you start writing informal letter, at first you need to write your address. Sender's address means if you are writing a letter, that means you are sending that letter. That means at first you have to write your address. Okay, if I am writing the letter, that means I have to write my address here. That means sender's letters means writer's letters. Writers, one who is writing the letter, at first he or she will write his or her address here. After that, we will write the date, okay, the current date on which we are writing the letter, we will write the current date. After writing the date, here we have to write only the receiver's address, not the name. Only the receiver's address. Here also only the writer's address, not name. Here also only the receiver's address, not name. Understood? So after writing the receiver's address, you have to write a salutation. Salutation is written in the way like if you are writing to a friend, like dear Ansu, dear Kiran, okay, like this. Only whenever you are writing a letter to a friend, you have to write only the first name of your friend, only first name. Okay, if your friend's name is Aman Kumar, don't write Aman Kumar, only the first name, dear Aman. Okay, sometimes if you are writing to your parents, at that time you can write dear father, dear mother, any family members, dear uncle, okay, dear aunt, dear sister, dear brother, like this. But when sometimes we are writing to the neighbors, in that case we can write the title also, like not the name of that neighbor, but with the title, like dear Mr. Smith, dear Mr. Kumar. Okay, in that way we can write the in salutation we can write the title of a person without name, with the title using Mr. or Mrs. Dear Mrs. Sarma, dear Mr. Sarma. In this way we can write informal letters to the neighbors also. So after writing the salutation, after salutation we have to put comma, and then starts our main body of the letter. Main body of the letter. Okay. See, this is the body. So body, whenever you are writing a letter, your body should be separated into small paragraphs. 3 paragraphs. Okay. three paragraphs. Okay, three paragraphs, in which first paragraph should be an introduction. You will speak about yourself. Okay, you will speak about why you are writing that particular letter, and you will ask something about the one whom you are writing the letter. Asking about his or her health, speaking about your own health. Okay, and finally this the motive of writing that letter in first paragraph. First paragraph is the introduction, and it should be a short description. Okay, now come to second paragraph. Second paragraph is the main paragraph. Okay, it's the main account. See, what is the main purpose of writing the letter in detail? You have to write in this main account, long description. Main account. Second paragraph is the main account, and it is a long paragraph. Okay. So after writing the second paragraph, that means long paragraph, you need to write the third paragraph, that is the conclusion of or end of the letter. Okay, end of the letter. So at the end of the letter, what do you want to convey the message to the receiver, to the recipient? That you have to write. Okay, like if you are inviting someone in a marriage ceremony of your family member. So your third paragraph should be, I hope that without any kind of failure, without making any kind of excuse, you will accept my invitation and will obviously attend my uncle's wedding ceremony. I hope you will surely come with your family members, or in the same way, in some other ways, you can write the third paragraph. Third paragraph should also be short like the first paragraph. Understood? So here, with the third paragraph, your letter ends, but not finally your letter has ended. Okay. So after writing the third paragraph conclusion, now you have to come to the complementary end of your letter or complementary close. So here, a complementary close means you have to close with your signature, with some complementary words like your loving friend, okay, your loving niece, yours lovingly, like this. Okay. So in this way, you should write your loving friend, your name, yours lovingly, yours name, your name. Okay. So finally, this is the format of letter writing. Understood? Now, see, your teacher, one who is checking your answer script, will also award you the marks according to the format. Whether you have fulfilled all the required format, all the required information that have to be included in the formal letter, whether you have written or not, depending upon that, your teacher, one who is taking your answer, will give you marks. Okay. So if you fulfill all these requirement format, and if your letter is of 10 marks, this is the marking scheme. Format, that means if you include all these format, like sender's address, date, receiver's address, salutation, body, has been divided into 3 paragraphs, and finally complementary end. If you include all these in your letter writing, for that you will get 2 marks. Okay, 2 marks. Now, for content you will get 4 marks. Content. For content, your teacher will see the question first. Related to question, how you have written the letter. That is the content of the letter. Okay, that will help you to get 4 marks. And after that, for grammatical accuracy, the teacher will also check your grammatical errors. Okay, and for that grammatical errors, we have 2 marks. And coherence and relevance of ideas. So, depending upon the question provided to you, how far you have been able to imagine and put your own ideas in the letter you have written in a beautiful way. That is the coherence and relevance of ideas. Relevance means related to the question. Okay, and after reading the question, how far did you succeed to imagine and match your imagination with the letter? Okay, what the letter has been asked. That will also help you to bring 2 marks. So that means format 2 marks, content 4 marks, grammatical error 2 marks, and coherence and relevance of ideas is 2 marks. So finally we have 10 marks. Okay, so this is the marking scheme and this is the format. So I hope you have understood the format of writing this informal letters. Understood? Now students, just take a small example of informal letter I have written on the board. Okay, you have to understand that this letter is being written by me. And I am writing this letter to Santi, my friend. So I have fulfilled all the required format. Okay, I could write lengthier than this, but I have only this much space in the board, so I was unable to write more. But since I have written here, I have maintained all the formalities of these informal letters. I have even divided this body of letter into 3 paragraphs. So how? Just I am going to explain you. See, this one, POPS Mongpu, Darjeeling, West Bengal 73431. This is my address. I am writing, so this is writer's address, the writer's address, sender's address. I am sending, so this is my address. Okay, after that I have written today's date, that is 11 May 2020. The date also I have written. Okay, after that I have written the receiver's address. Okay, I am writing to Santi, and Santi lives in Ramnagar, Suryagarh, Lakhisarai, Bihar 811106. So this is the correct postal address of Mr. Santi. Understood? So postal address, the address of sender should be very appropriate. Otherwise, your letter will not be delivered to the person whom you are writing this letter. Okay. So after that, this is sender's address. This is date. This is receiver's address. Okay. Now this is salutation. Dear Santi. Okay, only first name I have written here, dear Santi. So after that, I have written the first paragraph from here to here. So you have to start everything from the left hand side of the page. Every new paragraph, every new thing you have to start from the left hand side of the page. Like I have started writing the body of the letter. Like I received your letter a week before. I was so glad to know you have been selected at the audition of the actor for Bhansali's upcoming movie. That means I am writing this letter to congratulate my friend who has been selected for the movie. Okay. So since he was trying so hard to get selected as an actor for any movie, so this time my friend has been selected for Bhansali's movie. Bhansali, you have already know, Sanjay Leela Bhansali. Okay. So my friend has been selected. Okay, this is the introduction. Okay, I received your letter a week before. I was so glad to know you have been selected selected for the audition of the actor for Bhansali's upcoming movie. So this was the introduction. Okay, now the main body, the second paragraph is the main body or the main thing you have to write. I could write something more, but since I have told you that I have no more space here, so I have tried to include this much only. Today I believe that dreams really come true if we believe on it, do continuous effort and have patience. How you are getting, you are giving congratulations, but that congratulation, I am not congratulating that person for some reason which he has got very easily, which he has achieved very easily. So for that congratulation, he has become the part of a congratulation because of his long effort. Okay, so I am writing that. You have become my new role model. You made me believe that. Now, my friend has made me believe that really if we try something continuously to achieve something, then we can achieve. Okay. You made me believe that. My friend has made me believe that. You have become my new role model. Okay. This letter is to congratulate you. This letter is to congratulate you on your first success. This is the first success. So, this is the second and main point of the letter, main body of the letter. Now the conclusion of the letter. Conclusion. What final message do you want to give to the receiver? That is the conclusion. Since you have to travel a long journey, so this was the first success of my friend. So still he has to walk a very long journey. So I have given him some message that since you have to travel a long journey, I wish you success in every step you take. Hope to meet soon. Okay. So we want to meet. So we are hoping to meet soon. So this is the final conclusion of the letter. Now this, the last format. This is the complimentary close. Yours lovingly, or your loving friend also you can write. Okay. So Pravesh. My name is Pravesh. So I have written my name. So this was the final process of writing informal letters to our friend. So I hope you have understood, and I am giving you some question. After reading that question, you need to follow the how or what the content should be related to the given question that you need to follow. Understood, students? Now I hope you are clear with the explanation of writing informal letters. Hope you will do better in your classwork when you write letters on your own. So this much explanation for today's class. Okay students, thank you so much.